Well, we've spent a really peaceful night at Morris Island. It's Morris Island there just ahead, and behind Morris Island there's a large reef that keeps all the swell down, so there's very little swell or hardly any swell at all in this anchorage. The island doesn't protect you too much from the wind. The wind's been quite mild. Since midnight it's been dying down, so it's probably around about 5-6 knots at the moment. A little bit more wind outside. So I had a leisurely breakfast this morning and then made water for an hour or so. And we're not really having an early start today. I've only got about 20 miles to go coast to our next anchorage for the evening is Night Island. So I'm just sailing off the anchor, picking the anchor up with a winch. The winch battery is good for a couple of hoists before it needs recharging, so we don't need to put the engine on this morning. And we use the solar for making water, so it's really very efficient. I'm just picking up the anchor now. You will see as the anchor comes free of the bottom, the wind will start to take the bow around to port. We'll drop off away from the shallow water and should start heading up in the direction that we want to go today. So the anchor's just coming up now. You can hear the winch working away. I'm just looking over the side now to see when the anchor comes clear of the water. Make sure there's nothing fouling it. There's nothing worse than having something wrapped around your anchor when you're trying to sail off. So the anchor's just coming off the bottom now, and the bow's dropping around. And then I like to bring the last metre or so of anchor over the roller by hand. It takes a little bit of shock load off the winch and prevents the banging on the anchor roller of the anchor. And then just put a securing lashing on the anchor whilst we're on passage. So the bow's dropped off now and we're just waiting for a little bit of sail, a little bit of wind to take us up the coast. It's quite important when you're doing this sort of thing that you keep situational awareness of where you are and what you're doing and what's happening. It's pretty easy in this anchorage, there's no other boats around to bump into, so it's all clear. So now we're just going to put out a little bit of Yankee, or put out the whole Yankee actually, because it's not too strong, the wind. It's probably about 15 knots once we get out of the lee of the island. So I'm just releasing the furler now and blowing out the Yankee. And we're catching a little bit of wind now. The boat's starting to move forward. Just winch the sail in a little bit and it looks like we're on our way. I just engaged the wind vane. Once the wind vane's on there, we're on a steady course and we can relax, trim the sails, do whatever we want to do. It looks like we're moving nicely now, and I'll probably just sail up to Morris Island with the Yankee. There's no hurry, it's only 20 odd miles, and with a good 15 knot wind we'll be doing 5 or 6 knots up there, so we should be up there early afternoon. It's all looking good. So once we're underway, just pop up on deck and check forward, double check on the anchor, make sure that's all secure, have a look at the sail, make sure there's nothing tangled or crossed over anywhere, so it looks all good. And probably time to relax, have a cup of tea, and check the chart. We're on the way.